All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new Star Wars update. I know I have a whole heck of a lot of DC fans on my page, and that's mostly what my content is. But for all of you who are either new to my channel or don't know anything about me, there are two franchises that I put above DC. One would be Star Wars, but my favorite is Indiana Jones by far. But there is just not enough to talk about with Indiana Jones, and with Star Wars, with Disney owning it, it has been nothing but a nightmare. And so I tend to not talk about those franchises as much. But hey, we have a new movie coming out, and they just released today the next Star Wars movie to be released in theaters. They released a trailer for it. It is Grogu and the Mandalorian, or the Mandalorian and Grogu. Does it matter? Because you know they're going to really promote the crap out of Grogu. All right, so I watched this trailer this morning, and I don't show trailers, and if I ever do trailer reactions, it is for members only of my channel, not just subscribers, because studios like to copyright strike those, and they take the money from your videos. I'm sorry, I'm not doing this for the studios. I am doing this for my viewers and for myself. And so I'm not going to let the studios take the money from the videos that I spend the time doing. And so I don't show those clips because they get copyright stricken, especially by Disney and especially by Warner Brothers. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. I know that the Lethal Geeks had a guest on this weekend who talked about that same thing, how he did a video and Warner Brothers struck it. They do that for anybody showing anything from their films, and that's why I don't show clips. And I'm definitely not going to do it with Star Wars either, but I can at least talk about the trailer and my feelings behind this. So I was cautiously optimistic. I know they kind of put this in the front to kind of fill the gap before they do any more movies, because they had just screwed things up so bad. Disney themselves didn't know where to go with movies, and so this was kind of something to help. They want to try to bring back part of the fandom with this. Disney made a statement about a month or so ago where they want to bring back in the men, especially the young men, into the franchise, that they feel like they have abandoned that part of the base. You think? This is supposed to be goodwill towards the fan base. Did this do it? No, this didn't do it for me. I have no emotional connection to this. I will tell you that The Mandalorian Season 1 is phenomenal. Season 2 was really good, but not as good as the first. And then you had Season 3, which totally turned into the girls being the main focus of the season. And so they got away from him, and they claimed it was because it's called The Mandalorian and that there are female Mandalorians as well. Okay, whatever. You know you were misleading the audience with that, but you can claim whatever you want to claim. This is supposed to bring that goodwill back. Now, first of all, I had questions on how does he have the Razor Crest back? He was using the Starfighter. Now, I'll actually tell you why. Because they want to sell more toys. And they can't sell a bunch of toys of the little Starfighter when, hey, you could put it back in the Razor Crest and sell much bigger Lego sets and sell more toys. That's ultimately what this trailer came down to. It was nothing other than a promotional piece for a bunch of toys that they're going to do. The movie looks silly. It looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. It does not contain the tone of the first or second season of The Mandalorian. And it definitely doesn't have the tone of the beginning of The Mandalorian or anything like what they did at the end of Season 2 with Luke. I will tell you that the ending of Season 2 was pretty phenomenal. But this does not feel like that. We're going to look at the synopsis and the poster for this film. So let's go take a look. All right, so here we go. I'm on IMDb. All right, so here we go. I am on IMDb.com, and here is the poster for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's take a look. All right, so this is an old-style poster. Looks like it goes back to like the 30s, and it says here, starring Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin and Grogu as himself. We have Sigourney Weaver, and we're going to see who she plays here in a few minutes. Now, this poster does have, we have Zeb from Rebels on here. We've got some of the Hutts. We've got starfighters up here. Din Djarin has the Razor Crest back, which they're going to have to explain in the movie as well. And like I said, the reason they did this is because they want to sell more toys. And that's the way the trailer looked. Now let's take a look at the synopsis. So here I am on, Brave, and it tells us, the first official trailer for The Mandalorian Grogu has been released, revealing the film synopsis. The evil empire has fallen, and Imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin and his young apprentice Grogu. The film, directed by Jon Favreau and set after the events of The Mandalorian Season 3, follow Din Djarin and Grogu as they are tasked with tracking down remaining Imperial warlords in a galaxy still threatened by the remnants of the Empire. They tell us that the story is set after the fall of the Galactic Empire, which the first season was as well, with the New Republic forming to protect the galaxy from lingering Imperial warlords. Din Djarin, a Mandalorian bounty hunter, and Grogu, his apprentice and ward, are enlisted by the New Republic to help secure peace. The film will feature new characters, including Sigourney Weaver as Colonel Ward, leader of the New Republic's Adelphi Rangers, and Jeremy Allen White as Rhoda the Hutt. The movie is scheduled for release on May 22, 2026, marking the first Star Wars theatrical film since The Rise of Skywalker in 2019, because they have had cold feet. So overall, my feelings on this, I'm not impressed. Like I said, it feels like a Saturday morning cartoon. I will tell you I am more excited to see this than anything James Gunn is doing with the DCU, and that tells you something. There is a slight possibility this could bring interest back for Star Wars. If they did this right, and if it's entertaining enough, there is a possibility that could happen. But we're going to have to see more. I mean, the movie is still quite a ways away. We're still like 8 months away from that. And they're definitely going to show more as time goes on. So if you stick to my channel, I will be talking more Star Wars stuff as new things get released. But it's not going to be like daily updates like what I do with DC. There's just a lot of stuff to talk about with DC. There just isn't with Star Wars. And so as big things happen, I will be reporting on it. But hey, chime off below. Let me know what you thought of the video. What do you think about the film? If you've seen the trailer, I would say go watch the trailer, come back. Give me your thoughts down below. I want to know what everybody else thinks. I think it looks just like a way to sell more toys, and it looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. But we shall see. All right, guys, we will see you on the next video.